What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel on this Tuesday, the 14th of March. Um, Big week, as you know. We play Freiburg on Thursday, so in 2 days, and Inter on Sunday. So it's a lot will be said, especially that Freiburg game, which I am. It's ridiculous that I'm saying this, but I'm not really confident, and I'm kind of scared for what's coming or what could be coming or for what's about to happen, or like my gut feeling is saying what's about to happen. But we will talk about that, obviously in the preview on Wednesday, also tonight on the live. We will talk about that a little bit. But in this video, I want to talk about Vlahovic mainly. Um, so, yeah, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and let's get into it. Okay, so Vlahovic, I think besides Pogba, or even above Pogba, that's the biggest topic at this moment in time, because it's not going well for him, on the pitch. I think everybody can see that. The goals are not there, the performances are not there, and you can see at his body language that he's not really feeling it at the moment. And I think it's normal, because he's a striker. A striker needs goals. They can claim they don't need, and they're all about wins. The the coach can claim that. Anyone can claim that. I will never believe that, because they want to score goals, and I think that's very obvious, because that's their job. And if it's not coming off, you shouldn't be happy with yourself, and he's obviously not happy, you know. The game against Sampdoria, I think that was that was. I don't want to say you cannot go lower than that, but because that sounds really negative. But that game was like, oh boy, because he he tries really hard, and I think that's the issue at this moment in time. He really wants it, and I've said it post game, like when he wants to link on play, a lot of the time he tries to play it one touch, and it's not coming off, and it's really strange. I don't know why he's trying to do that, but take a touch, play it in, make the move, because he can switch play. It's just he's very inconsistent with it, and then the moment it doesn't go well, he's like, okay, back to one touch, and it's not going well again, and he's losing possession, and he's fighting to keep possession of the ball, and like he's fighting off defenders, and it looks really really scrappy, and I was like, okay, that second half I was like, okay, this is it, this is your moment now, because 2-2, we need to turn it around. And it was not coming off. He gets a pen, and I wasn't confident, but I was like, okay, this is your moment. It's a penalty, it's against Sampdoria at home, but this is maybe the boost you need. Just feel that moment that you scored again. Feel that joy or whatever. And he takes a pen, and it wasn't even a bad taken pen. You can say he missed, it's bad. It hits the post, and it like maybe a few inches to the right, and it goes in, while hitting the post. And you can see the moment he misses in his eyes that he is like, what's happening with me? Like what's even, what is the problem? Because when they zoomed in on him, you can see that he was like, did I really miss this? Not even a save, I just missed it, And I felt really sad for him, because he tries really hard. It's just not coming off. And then to make it even worse, towards the end, again, a great header, and so unlucky that the goalkeeper, who is a terrible goalkeeper, he might turn out to be great. He's 19, but during that game, he wasn't good. He was kicking the ball away to us for fun. Like, he wasn't good. He makes a great save, and on top of that, it goes through, it hits the crossbar, and it goes to Sule. He heads it home, and everybody saw the video. He was like, Kostic was like, you can see his movement. He was like, oh, again, like, how is this happening to you? And Vlahovic was like, yeah, but like, go to Sule. He just scored. I think he's a great teammate, but you can see that it's really, really, really putting pressure on him. He's putting pressure on himself. The media's putting pressure. Fans putting pressure, and he needs to deal with pressure, obviously, because he is the main guy. I don't want to talk about the price tag because he costs 70 mil. That's between clubs. Players are not asking to be sold for so much money. They get the wage. Okay, you need to show up. That I will agree. You know, you need to play up to your wage. But even then, I'm like, the club gave you the wage. If you're a club player, I'm like, it is what it is. But he has the ability. I still believe in him. I'm not gonna say sell him or sell him for 50 mil, take a loss. I'm not gonna say that because he has the ability to score goals. Now, what he doesn't have is to play 90 minutes with his back towards goal, trying to link up play. He's not that player. He will never be that player. He never was that player. So I don't get why that's a big issue. I get why, because that's the main focus point now, because that's how we play, and it looks bad because it's in the spotlight every single 5 minutes when we kick the ball towards him, you know. So that's not really my biggest issue. My biggest issue is that he needs to take the chances. Obviously, he gets, but we need to get more creative in and around the box. That's my biggest issue, because the creative things we have is Cuadrado trying to cut in and do his usual step overs, Kostic putting it in, or Chiesa and Di Maria cutting in and, you know, curling it in, like Sule even tried yesterday. We don't really create chances, you know. You can go back to the first half. Miretti plays an excellent ball towards Dusan. That's when he needs to do better, because it was perfect in stride. He just needs to control it. I don't know why he takes it outside. He loses all the space. The Sampdoria player gets back and, you know, it goes for a corner, I think, you know, because he was doubting, what do I need to do? That he needs to improve, but that's just in his head now, because he's doubting everything he does at this moment in time, and he feels like no matter what I do, it's just not gonna work. You know, that's what he feels, and you can see it, you know, at his body language. Now, I still believe in him. I still think he will come good. I'm not sitting here and sell him. You know, it's very easy to do that. It's very easy and simple to do that. But I've done, or we personally, or maybe myself, have done that over the last couple of years way too much, where I'm at a point where I'm like, hold on. He looked great at Fiorentina. He even looked good last season for a large part. There's no way that the drop-off is this big and it's all on him, you know? And that goes for other players as well. Like, I refuse to believe that. Chiesa, we know what Chiesa is, but even before this injury, he wasn't playing well. Were we saying, sell Chiesa? It was a fluke? He's terrible? Like, at some point, it needs to work both ways, you know? It does, because, again, I still believe we create way too few opportunities from open play. Even yesterday, it's just dropping those balls into the box and taking shots from ridiculous angles and stuff like that. But it's never, that's a great counterattack. Or very few times. Or like, that's great play, you know? Very few times. That's my biggest issue, personally. Because I have no doubt that if you drop him into the Bayern Munich team or whatever, he will score you goals, because that's what he does. That's what he does. That's what he will do. But he's going through a rough time now. You know, that's undeniable, and he needs to take part of the blame of it, obviously. Like there's no doubt about that as well. But I think it's very easy to give up on him now. I think it's way too easy. I don't like that some are doing that personally, because if that's the way we're going, we are going to be in the longest rebuild ever, you know, because it's not always going to work out, you know, at the beginning. It's not always going to look great, and we're just going to write off players after player after player, you know, in the hope at some point it will bang. Basically like Arsenal did. And it's like, I don't want to be that type of person. I don't want to go down that route, you know. I just want to try to back him because I believe in his qualities. But yes, it's a bad moment, you know. He looks really, really, really down at this moment in time. A bit like Pogba when he came out of J Medical. Two players who are mentally not where they should be for obvious reasons, but somehow they need to turn it around by themselves, but also by the help of players, coaching, like, because that's why you're a team. You know, you need to put them in a position maybe to get them confidence back up a little bit, because yeah, like I think he's still a quality striker, you know. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about the situation, because I know a lot of people will disagree with what I say, but that's fine. You know, everybody has his own opinion. But make sure you let me know in the comments what you think, and make sure you tune in for tonight's live. Not sure what it's gonna be about. Let's see what the news will be today or throughout the day. And yeah, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you back tonight.